The circuits inside semiconductor chips are extremely tiny. Everything is close together, signals don't have to transfer very far, inputs come in and outputs are very quick, and we can make more calculations as these chips advance. There are 4 major types of computer chips. Microprocessors are one of them. These are chips that take in information, such as an input from a keyboard. They evaluate those inputs and then determine or act on guidelines from, say, code. Another type of chip called the memory chip, what we make here at Micron. So data can be stored, retrieved, and sent back into the chip. We have other types of chips as well, ASICs, or application-specific integrated circuits. These types of chips are designed to perform like very specific tasks, like maybe scanning a barcode. Then we also have SoCs, or system on a chip, and they combine functions of, say, several chips or circuits, and you might find those SoCs in your cell phone. 4 major categories of chips, but so many chips available to actually help support the function of a variety of tools.
Here at Owyhee Produce, we process a variety of crops. So in our Parma location, we process watermelon, sweet corn, and onions. Technology comes into play because it basically sorts and does the job that we used to do by hand for us.
When the onions come across the line, it goes through what we call our first set of cameras. Those first set of cameras look at everything on the outside, like cuts, bruises, things like that, within the first 2 layers. And it'll take 100 pictures. If there's not a problem, then it waits to the second set of cameras.
And we have cameras that they check the inside of the onion for decay and that kind of defects. And they have to be perfect. If they're not that perfect, I have to run some onions, take some pictures, and get it out.
So then we can separate all the onions out from the good to the bad and then shoot it off at different exits. So an exit basically will send it to another machine that'll pack 50-pound sacks. And then it'll send it to a different machine that'll pack 25-pound sacks. And it does that within milliseconds. So you can imagine all the computers that we have to use to send it all to the right spots. From there, it'll get packaged, put on our floor, and then trucks will come in and pick it up and take it to the grocery stores.
We run 40 to 45 tons per hour. I have to think fast. That's my job, keeping production flow, managing all the conveyor belts, they're running good, the toppers, they're topping good. It's kind of multitasking job.
Technology is a way to increase production with less work time. A lot of our issues come from labor shortage. It's not that we want to cut jobs, but that we don't have the people to fill them. But with that technology comes those positions that need filled, where they know how to maintenance it or fix it or program it. And it's not necessarily that you have to build the technology, but we need someone who understands how the technology works.
We used to have probably like 20 people on the line just sorting by hand and looking at the onions, cutting the top of the onions to see if we have decay, and we were really, really slow. But with this technology, we're packing way faster. What else? I think it is awesome.
Semiconductor technology is used because it's really, really efficient and fast. You can collect data over a period of time, and you can access that data, and the computer itself can provide you more inputs to make better decisions on troubleshooting or problem solving. You can also access that computer remotely from a different location, whether it be in your own building or even in a different location.
The example is this bay. I have sensors throughout this building, all the way across, that I can actually see the temperature on this side of the room versus on the other side of the room. And we can control that and see how well it's functioning through our phone. And another example would be all of our machines that we use to package also have huge computers that allow us to stack onions a certain way through what we call a palletizer so that the onions don't fall. And that's all done automatically. So literally we can run what we call 1,000 bags across one machine because of it. And we constantly are adding more and more technology to the way we work.
There's always this perception with farming where it's a lot of hard work, you're outside in the sun all day, it's dirty and it's low pay. But the industry within ag has changed so much just over the last 10 years. You get to be involved in something so rewarding, but you're still at a competitive pay. It's just a different lifestyle than people tend to perceive it as. It's more glamorous than it seems. We have to evolve with technology and have it come in to help us stay in production and to stay afloat in order to produce what we need to feed not just our community, but also across the United States.